Season 20 of The Life with Browns has left fans stunned with its shocking teaser, hinting that Kody Brown may be preparing to bring another woman into his already chaotic life. And not just any woman, but a wealthy newcomer who, according to rumors, could reshape the entire future of the Brown family. Instantly, the fanbase erupted. Some mocked the very idea, pointing out that Kody couldn't even manage the 4 wives he had before, while others speculated that this might be nothing more than a TLC stunt to inject fresh drama into the show. But beneath the laughter and speculation lies a darker truth. For Kody, this isn't just about romance. It's about saving face, repairing his broken image, and proving that he is still the man who once preached about plural marriage to the world. He is desperate to rewrite his legacy, to show both the church and the viewers that he has not failed. But the question is unavoidable. If he couldn't hold his family together the first time, how could adding another wife possibly end any differently? The person most shaken by this shocking twist is none other than Robyn Brown. For over a decade, Robyn has lived with the comfort, and perhaps the illusion, that she was Kody's last and only true wife. She positioned herself as his soulmate, the one he legally married, and the woman who claimed to be his emotional center. But now, with whispers of a new wife, that position is under direct threat. The teaser already showed Robyn's tear-streaked face, her expression heavy with fear and jealousy. For years, she denied wanting favoritism, yet fans accused her of destroying the sisterhood by monopolizing Kody's love and attention. And now, poetic justice may finally be coming her way. If Kody really does pursue another woman, Robyn would be forced to share him again, something she hasn't had to do in over 10 years. For viewers, this irony is too delicious to ignore. Robyn, who once benefited from the jealousy of others, may now feel the sting of it herself. And her breakdowns, once her most powerful weapon for sympathy, could become the very cracks that bring her downfall. Of course, the reactions from the other women, Christine, Janelle, and Mary, would only add more fuel to the fire. Christine, now happily married to David Woolley and finally living the life of love and laughter she always dreamed of, would likely be the first to mock Kody's attempt at starting fresh. Fans can already imagine her witty one-liners, dripping with sarcasm, reminding everyone that Kody couldn't keep the wives he already had. Janelle, always measured and practical, would deliver a quieter but equally devastating truth. If Kody couldn't manage for women, what makes him think he can handle another now? And then there's Mary. For years, Mary endured neglect, humiliation, and the infamous catfishing scandal. She was often left on the sidelines, overshadowed by Robyn's favored status. But this time, she may be the one quietly smirking, finally watching Robyn squirm. For Mary, this could be her long-awaited "I told you so" moment. Together, these 3 women, though living their separate lives, would find a shared satisfaction in seeing Kody's chaos repeat itself. But the biggest question remains: can Kody Brown truly handle another wife? The honest answer is no. He is no longer the energetic man viewers met back in 2010. He's older, angrier, and weighed down by financial struggles and broken family ties. His hairline has thinned, his patience is gone, and most of his children resent him. Over the years, many of the Brown kids have openly criticized their father for his blatant favoritism and emotional neglect. Now, with the idea of a new wife entering the picture, the stage is set for an explosive family reaction. Some children may take to social media to slam him, while others may finally cut ties completely. And for those still grieving the tragic loss of Garrison, the sight of their father chasing romance instead of repairing his fractured family could feel like the ultimate betrayal. This isn't just about polygamy anymore. It's about legacy, broken trust, and a man desperately clinging to an identity that has already crumbled. Fans online know it, his children know it, and deep down, maybe even Kody himself knows it too. Season 20 of The Life with Browns has taken fans by complete surprise, teasing a twist so outrageous that it has the internet buzzing with disbelief. The new trailer suggests that Kody Brown, despite his shattered family, broken reputation, and trail of failed relationships, is preparing to marry again. The teaser captures him walking confidently into a jewelry shop, browsing rings with a smug grin, as if nothing in his past ever went wrong. Then comes the bombshell moment. Producers off-camera ask if the ring is for someone new, and Kody flashes that familiar smirk. In the very next shot, Robyn Brown is shown breaking down in tears, clutching her chest in anguish, whispering, "I can't believe he's doing this to me." For viewers who thought they had already seen it all, divorces, explosive tell-alls, and even the tragic loss of Garrison Brown, this shocking preview flips the saga upside down. It isn't just another chapter, it's a potential turning point that threatens to rewrite the entire legacy of the Browns. Kody's past. For nearly 2 decades, the life with Browns followed him from self-proclaimed revolutionary to reality TV's most controversial patriarch. He once promised to show the world that plural marriage could thrive openly, presenting himself as the husband who could balance 4 wives and 18 children. But over the years, his mask slipped. His blatant favoritism toward Robyn, his dismissive clashes with Christine and Janelle, and his cold abandonment of Mary transformed his image from polygamist pioneer to family villain. By the end of season 19, Kody's so-called legacy lay in ruins. Christine had walked away into a new marriage, Janelle had chosen independence, Mary had finally cut ties, and even Robyn, the last wife standing, was left sobbing that she never wanted to be alone. And yet, instead of accepting defeat, Kody clings to a delusion. For him, a new marriage isn't just about romance. It's about redemption, about proving to himself, to his church, and to TLC viewers that he hasn't failed. In his mind, another wife could rebuild his broken empire. But if there is one person who sees this rumored wedding as a nightmare rather than a fresh start, it is Robyn Brown. For over a decade, Robyn lived in the comfort of being the favorite, the legal wife, and the one Kody consistently chose above all others. She entered the family speaking of sisterhood, but instead found herself accused of dismantling it. She insisted she never wanted to be the last wife, yet through tears, favoritism, and manipulation, that's exactly where she ended up, alone with Kody while the others fled. Now, the idea of another woman entering the family threatens everything she built. For the first time, Robyn faces the possibility of becoming what Christine, Janelle, and Mary once were: jealous, neglected, and replaced. Fans see this as poetic justice. The woman blamed for monopolizing Kody may now finally feel the sting of sharing him again. And her on-screen tears, once her greatest tool for— As dramatic as Robyn's breakdown may be, the ripple effects extend even further, to the children, to the ex-wives, and to the viewers who have followed this family for years. The Brown kids, many of whom have openly criticized their father's favoritism and neglect, are expected to explode with fury. Some may blast him on social media, while others may sever what little connection remains. For those still grieving the loss of Garrison, seeing their father chase romance instead of mending broken relationships could feel like the ultimate betrayal. Christine, Janelle, and Mary, watching from the sidelines, would have no shortage of biting commentary. Christine's sarcastic smirk, Janelle's practical dismissal, Mary's quiet satisfaction. And the fans? They're already hooked. Social media is flooded with memes, TikToks reenacting Robyn's meltdown, and threads mocking Kody's delusional belief that he can risk love again when he couldn't handle the wives he already had. TLC knows exactly what it's doing. Whether this wedding is real or just a rating stunt, the stage is set for one of the most explosive and controversial finales in the Life with Brown's history. Paragraph 1. Robyn's fragile crown. Robyn Brown now finds herself in a position she never imagined. Isolated, like a queen trapped in a crumbling castle, surrounded not by allies but by ruins. For years, she reassured herself that she was the chosen one, the last wife, the only woman who truly mattered to Kody. But if the rumors are true, that Kody is preparing to bring in another wife, then that illusion shatters instantly. The very same jealousy Christine once felt when Robyn joined the family will now come for Robyn herself. Her identity, her comfort, her role as the final wife is suddenly threatened. For a woman who has spent countless hours on camera weeping over fears of abandonment, the idea of being replaced could be devastating. And yet, many fans are calling this karma. Robyn enjoyed her favored status while Christine, Janelle, and Mary withered in neglect. Now the tables may be turning. In the teaser, she's shown sobbing under the harsh glow of a confessional camera, whispering, "I thought I was safe. I thought he chose me. I don't know who I am anymore." That moment has already been memed to death online, mocked as the tears no one feels sorry for. But beneath the ridicule lies a harsh reality. If Kody truly is chasing another bride, this could mark the beginning of the end for Robyn's fragile marriage, and her downfall may be just as public as her rise. While Robyn breaks down, another wife is stepping up. The Season 20 trailer of The Life with Brown shows Mary Brown, long considered the quiet victim of Kody's rejection, facing him with a boldness fans have been waiting years to see. In a tense cafe scene, Mary leans across the table and asks firmly, "When are you going to return what belongs to me?" The look on Kody's face, stunned, defensive, cornered, said more than words ever could. For once, Mary wasn't crying, begging, or lingering in denial. She was demanding accountability. This confrontation is about more than just paperwork or property deeds. It's about decades of betrayal, financial entanglement, and broken promises. For years, Mary stayed in the shadows, clinging to scraps of affection, even after Kody admitted he no longer considered himself married to her. But now, with Christine remarried, Janelle thriving independently, and Robyn unraveling, Mary is finally seizing her moment. Fans erupted online, cheering her transformation. One Reddit user wrote, "Finally, Mary is standing up for herself. Kody's been dodging this for years." Another added, "I hope she drags him through court." This isn't just a storyline, it's a reclamation of dignity, power, and respect that viewers have been craving for over a decade. To grasp the full weight of Mary's confrontation, you have to go back to the beginning. In 1990, Mary was the first wife, the foundation of Kody's plural dream. For years, she held the legal title, the woman whose marriage legitimized the Browns in the eyes of the state. But as more wives joined, her role diminished. Janelle brought stability, Christine brought nurturing warmth, and decades later Robyn brought youth, romance, and the kind of affection Kody no longer gave to Mary. The cracks widened with the infamous 2015 catfishing scandal, when Mary sought emotional connection online, only to discover the man she thought she loved was a woman deceiving her. Kody never forgave her. In interviews, he bluntly stated, "I don't consider myself married to Mary anymore." And yet, Mary stayed. She attended family events, filmed with the others, and even helped support Robyn's children. Fans wondered why she endured such humiliation, and the answer was simple: financial ties. From shared businesses to real estate, Mary's name remained entangled in the family empire. Leaving wasn't as easy as walking away. It meant risking everything she had invested. Now, though, her patience has snapped. She isn't just seeking closure, she's demanding what is rightfully hers. For over a decade, fans have watched Mary Brown fade quietly into the background of The Life with Browns. Once the legal wife, the foundation of Kody's plural marriage dream, she was slowly eclipsed, first by Janelle's practicality, then by Christine's nurturing warmth, and finally, by Robyn's arrival and the favoritism that followed. Even after the infamous catfishing scandal, which Kody never stopped using as a weapon against her, Mary remained loyal, enduring his rejection while holding on to the family she helped build. But this season, something has shifted. The property dispute has given her a battleground that cannot be brushed aside with emotional excuses. Love, loyalty, and even faith can be debated, but property is concrete. It is deeds, signatures, and obligations written in black and white. When Mary leaned forward across the cafe table and asked firmly, "When are you going to return what belongs to me?" it was not about rekindling romance or begging for attention. It was about dignity, fairness, and security. After years of patience, Mary is finally drawing a line in the sand, and this time, Kody cannot so easily dismiss her. At the heart of this explosive confrontation lies the long-brewing battle over Coyote Pass, the land purchased in 2018 for nearly $820,000, meant to serve as the Browns' lasting legacy. Each wife was promised her own lot, a place to build and belong. But years have passed, dreams have crumbled, and the land remains undeveloped, a symbol of broken promises. Mary, who invested money and time into the project, now questions whether her rightful claim has been quietly erased. Rumors suggest the paperwork leans heavily in Kody and Robyn's favor, leaving Mary, Janelle, and even Christine in limbo. Fans online are urging Mary to stop asking politely and start demanding forcefully. One tweet summed it up bluntly: "Mary, stop asking. Get an attorney. Kody will never give you what you're owed unless you force him." And that's exactly what has people buzzing. This isn't just a storyline about emotions anymore. It's about equity, legality, and whether Kody can be forced to answer for more than a decade of neglect. So, how will Kody respond? History tells us his reactions often follow a predictable script. When confronted, he deflects blame, raises his voice, and paints himself as the victim. He might accuse Mary of being ungrateful, dredge up her past mistakes, or argue that she doesn't deserve a share since she checked out of the marriage years ago. Other times, he retreats into denial, pretending problems don't exist until they explode. Insiders claim that during this confrontation, Kody's jaw clenched and his hands fidgeted, signs of a man cornered and uncomfortable. For a patriarch who built his authority on control, Mary's demand represents a direct challenge to the narrative he's spun for decades. And with TLC cameras rolling, every twitch, pause, and defensive outburst is captured for millions to analyze. Fans know Kody rarely handles these moments with grace. His anger alienated Christine, his rigidity pushed Janelle away, and his favoritism has fractured his relationships with his older children. If he mishandles Mary's demand, it could be the final blow to what remains of his authority. No conversation about Kody's finances is complete without mentioning Robyn Brown. As the legal wife, her name appears on the documents, the deeds, the contracts, making her more than just an emotional partner. She is the gatekeeper of the Browns' empire. And that makes Mary's demand a direct threat not only to Kody, but also to Robyn's financial security. If Kody yields to Mary, Christine and Janelle could follow suit, unraveling the fragile empire Kody and Robyn have worked to protect. Insiders say Robyn may step in quietly, reminding Kody of her sacrifices, shedding tears over how these disputes tear the family apart, or even insisting that Mary doesn't need the property since she already owns her bed and breakfast business. The irony, of course, is that years ago Mary legally divorced Kody so that he could marry Robyn and adopt her children. What once seemed like a selfless act of solidarity now hangs like a haunting regret. That decision stripped Mary of her legal standing, leaving her vulnerable. If Mary reclaims her share now, Robyn loses control, and the fragile foundation of her favored position begins to crack.